Hey y'all, what's up? I'm back for the Real Housewives of Potomac season 1, episode 2, 3. I think it's episode 2, right? But oh my god, I see why I didn't want to watch this shit a second fucking time. Like, I'm gonna try to stick with it, y'all. I'm gonna try to stick with it. But I mean, let's just get into it. So we get the continuation of Giselle and Josephine Baker or Lady Eloise, Karen, going at it or whatever, and Karen talking about some I don't know where she gets this behavior from, but she need to go back to Baltimore with that or some shit like that. She was saying, I was just like, all right, y'all motherfuckers keep on talking about be more. Y'all know I'm from DC, but you know, be more they get down to. Just saying, yeah. Y'all keep on. Y'all keep on with the bullshit. Alright? But anyway, so Sharice is still telling the friend about what happened, this, that, and the third. She's still telling her friend about what happened, but with Giselle and Giselle's stylist slash friend earlier. She said that the friend insulted her hair, yada yada yada. Um, they sit down and have a conversation, Sharice and Giselle or whatever, and Giselle's trying to figure out what the fuck did she do and everything, and Sharice is trying to explain to her about having him come upstairs, having the friend come upstairs or whatever. I mean, I know I said last week that maybe they was doing a little bit much going through her stuff, this, that, and the third, but then I had to really think about it. Well, she just kind of, Sharice just, she did kind of just lead them down there without utensils and, what I'm saying, to work with or whatever. So I mean, and then far as him coming up the stairs, later on in the episode we see a flashback, of course, from that scene when they first came to Sharice's house, that you know she did technically tell old boy, he could come upstairs and do her hair, like after they finished the crabs or whatever. Now I don't know if she was just saying that because of her being kind of thrown off with the whole thing of him coming to the house without her knowledge, or if she really wanted him to do her hair. You know what I'm saying? But don't say things out your mouth you don't mean. Whatever. But anyways, Sharice, she was like, well, your hair isn't all that. Talking to Giselle, whatever. And it's like, okay, well, ain't none of you's hair is all that. For real, for real. See how I threw that Staten Island in there? Y'all know they be saying shit like that on Mob Wives, use alls and this, that, and the third. But yeah, it's like, ain't none of y'all hair impressive. It look like your motherfucking curls, whatever the fuck got done to your hair, Sharice. That shit is falling out. Like, you wasted all that time and had your guests waiting for that bullshit. I guess like she sounds all nauseated and like just blah when she talks or whatever. Like, well, your hair wasn't all that. It's not all that. Like, oh my god. Anyways, moving on. So Giselle and her friend, they decide to leave, and Karen, she jumps in talking about she was like, I expect more. She was like, this is beneath you, Sharice. This is beneath you, Giselle, whatever, whatever. And the friend, he jumps in and like, this ain't got nothing to do with you or whatever. And then she calling security or whatever, this, that, and the third. And she acting like as if he about to lay hands on her, and he was not. Like, his gesture was not like he was about to put fucking hands on her. Like, she need to cut the shit. Anyways, so they leave. Sharice is telling Robin about what happened, whatever. Moving on, we get Katie. She's having she's talking to some Jewish man or whatever, because she's, along with her being biracial, she's Jewish, and her and her mom converted to the to the culture or whatever you want to call it. Um, when she was younger or whatever, her dad is actually Jewish, and so yeah, they're trying to plan something so she can do this celebration, I guess you could say, or whatever, for her kids, and give them their Jewish names or whatever. And they had the event, and what happened at the event? They had well, not a celebration, more so it was a ceremony. So they had the ceremony and everything, and she did also tell the Jewish guy. She was saying something about, well, I want my soon to be fiance to be a part of it. I'm just like, he ain't they daddy. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. When you have kids and you're dating somebody and you start bringing that person around your kids, yes, they are supposed to accept your kids, but at the same time, you trying to make him a motherfucking stepfather, and he not even your husband, and he ain't your fiance. It's like you could tell they're not on the same boat or whatever. He's not thinking about no fucking marriage right now. Whereas she is, and I'm telling you, she gonna run that dude off. Gonna run him off into the hills somewhere. Beverly Hills. On the West Coast to get away from her ass on the East Coast, okay? Shit. And Beverly Hills is better than Potomac anyway. I'm just saying. But I mean, I would assume anyway that Beverly Hills is better than Potomac. But far as like the house, well, yeah, it is better than Potomac. Far as the houses and all that, But whatever. Anyways, Giselle, she comes in late and she talking about, I didn't think everybody was going to be here early or whatever. I thought we was running on black people time. That's pretty much what she was saying. I was just like, girl, I mean, something like this, you should have just came early regardless anyway, but I mean, whatever. I could see if it was just a regular party. This is her kid's ceremony thing, what else happened? Robin, they all sit down, whatever. By the way, Robin was also there as well at the ceremony. So they're sitting down or whatever. Robin, Katie, Giselle, and two other women. They are, I think, Katie's friends. And Robin, she's pretty much asking Katie about her experience of being black, Jewish, and white or whatever. And Katie is pretty much like she identifies as biracial. Like, she embraces both her black and her white side. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know about her really embracing her black side. It seemed like she embraces more of the white side, if you ask me. I'm just saying that's just what I see. It just seems like it's already, she already saying how she dates, white Jewish men. I mean, we ain't never heard her dating, a black guy. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with not dating a black guy, but it's just the way she comes off. Like, she comes off like as if she's not really claiming her black side, even though she says that she claims both. But, Giselle, she not really feeling that, you know what I'm saying? And, Katie was like, like, let's be honest, like, you and Robin, if people was to see you or see y'all two or whatever, they would think y'all bitches is white. Which, might be true or whatever, in a way, because of the fact they have pretty eyes and everything, and in their very fair skin. But they both said that both of their parents are black. And it happens, you know what I'm saying? Probably somewhere down the line, down their generations, they might have somebody with those pretty color eyes that they both have. But I mean, both of their parents are black, it happens. But I mean, both of their parents, mother and father, are fully black or whatever. And but it happens, you know what I'm saying? But and we also going to see later on in the season that they're going to get into that whole debate about the racial, like the biracial stuff or whatever. I think that'll be interesting to watch. Like I said, I'm trying to stick with this show. But yeah, what else happened? Um. Okay, so Karen and her husband are preparing for her husband and his his name is Ray. They're preparing for his aunt Dot to come into town, and she's high mate. She was like, Ray's aunt Dot is high maintenance and everything. I was like, oh yeah, I guess you would know, huh? And this is what I don't get with Karen. Like, she acts so uppity and just so but she from the farm. And the cluck cluck here and the cluck cluck there. Here cluck, there cluck, everywhere cluck cluck. But you got the nerve to be sitting up here trying to look down on motherfuckers. Anyways, moving on. Aunt Dot, she was like, Aunt Dot took her under her wing or whatever, this, that, and the third, to pretty much taught her about the etiquette and everything. So that implies to me that she didn't really know too much about etiquette when she first came into this lifestyle either. And oh, I get so tired of that etiquette word, y'all. Oh my god. But yeah. So that implies to me that maybe Karen at some point was like cool and laid back or whatever, but then once she got into this lifestyle, she just started, that new money. That's what that is, that new money. Because yeah, sometimes people with new money do the absolute most. But anyways, so they make some tea for her, for Aunt Dot or whatever. Aunt Dot was like, the shit was warm. She don't like no warm ass tea. It's gotta be scorching hot to burn your fucking throat. And they're talking to her daughter or whatever about school and everything, this, that, and the third. That was cool. Okay, Katie, they're at Katie, Giselle, and Robin. They're all at this event, some socialite event or whatever. It's like some charity event, and we get to meet the new housewife, Ashley. And Ashley, she's a young girl. She's in her 20s or whatever. I think her mid 20s or something like that, mid or late 20s. And she's kind of giddy, what's the word I'm looking for? She's kind of like got a lot of energy. That's probably not the word I don't think that's the word I was really looking for. I was trying to look for something else, but that's pretty much what she is. She's just full of energy, full of life or whatever. And she explains what they do in the organization or whatever. And her husband is white or whatever. Ashley's husband. Her husband is white. And old girl Giselle, she started asking 21 questions. I was like, the fuck is 50 Cent around somewhere? Like, she asking 21 motherfucking questions about this girl, like shit that, like, I just feel like you shouldn't be asking on your first time meeting somebody. And I kind of noticed as I was watching, even the first time when I was watching this shit, it seemed like Giselle, she was looking down on old girl, like how Karen and Sharice kind of looked down on her. Like, she asked what her husband's age was. Ashley was like, he's in his 50s and everything. And Giselle talking about so yeah, I use Viagra or whatever. And then Ashley was like, no, like, his thing is big or whatever. I was like, and then that's, I guess the guys at the other table heard her or something. And that's when Giselle calls her a thought or whatever. And I'm just like, I mean, she talking about her husband. It's not like she talking about a whole bunch of different men. She talking about her husband. And you just try to play her husband talking about some motherfucking Viagra and shit. And, she just kept on saying stuff about her. Giselle was calling her ratchet or whatever. And it's just kind of like, I didn't get that, because Giselle, you talk about how you like to play and like to have fun or whatever. That's what Ashley was doing. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. That's what Ashley was doing. So I didn't understand that. It's like you're doing to Ashley what Karen and Sharice is doing to you, and that's not cool at all. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that at all, and I like Giselle so far, but I didn't like that. I didn't think that was cool. Um, Ashley talks. Ashley, we get to see her husband, and her husband, I believe he's from down under, from Australia or whatever. And she explains how her family was, she explains the background history of her family. Her family was pretty much, they didn't have a lot. They got evicted twice or whatever. Um, I forgot what she said Michael does, but that's her husband's name. I forgot what she said he does. And she pretty much tells him about what happened when she met Giselle and everything, and whatever. Moving on from that, I wrote something down with Sharice, I think. Um, oh, Sharice takes the kids to the gym or whatever, do their gymnastic kind of stuff, whatever. Giselle, she decides to write a letter to Karen and Sharice about, she just want to squash everything or whatever. Um, she gets her kids input. Now that part, I didn't get that. Like I don't feel like they're old enough to really be. They're 9 and 10. I could understand if they were like in their mid-teens, more so. You know what I'm saying? For you to be kind of asking for their input when it comes to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "What would you do if you had an issue with two of your friends, or two of your friends being mean to you, or something like that?" She was saying, and they said something, and they was like, "Yeah, I didn't had enough experience." So I was like, what the hell y'all asses know about a motherfucking thing at 9 and 10 years old? I said, see, it kind of tickled me a little bit though, cause I was just like, now, what the fuck, who the fuck they think they is? They don't know nothing about nothing yet. Shit. But she had them write the letter or whatever. I didn't really get that neither, but moving on, she sends a ride for Sharice and Karen, and they read the notes that the driver gave them from Giselle, and they're shading the letters that they got as they're arriving to the place or whatever. Um, they both immediately come in with the attitude, and Sharice is like, "Hello." I was just like, oh my god, her voice is annoying. It's just all dry, like, oh, child. But anyways, so Giselle's telling her like she didn't appreciate how Karen tried to um try to pretty much play her by giving her that thing on etiquette or whatever, this, that, and the third, and Karen talking about something, it was a joke or whatever, and said that Giselle was a joke, and Giselle was like, that wig that she got on her head was a joke. I was like, yeah, you got a point there, because that, yeah, ain't none of y'all here really all that for real, but anyways, what else happened? Let me see. Giselle was like, if you had an issue with me, you could have called me on the phone or whatever. And like, Karen was like, why did I need to call a grown ass woman on the phone about how she acts, and she should know something, like she should know how to act, or something like that she was saying. And yes, when you're grown, you supposed to, certain things you are supposed to know better, pretty much, or whatever. But sometimes people really honestly don't, people are human, and they honestly don't realize that something is bothering somebody. And something like that about a fucking seat, like, really? I don't think anybody would. I mean, I don't know. I feel like something like that, yeah, you should have called her and told her, like, I felt some type of way about that or whatever, versus trying to play her. Because it's like, even still, you sitting up here saying, oh, well, I shouldn't have to tell grown ass women this, that, and third, but you still was trying to tell her any fucking way when you gave her that etiquette bullshit. But you try to do it subliminally and try to make it a so-called joke, but like, it like, as easy as it was for you to do that, it would have been easier just to call her on the motherfucking phone and tell her how you felt and stop being a little ass kid about the shit. Anyways, Sharice was like, you know, she gets to her issue or whatever, and you know, she was like that. Sharice said something. I just couldn't pay attention to her. She said something or whatever, and that's when in Giselle, she's telling her like, you wanted Kyle to do your hair and everything, and Sharice was like, no, I did not. Like, you know, I didn't tell him to come and do my hair. I did not tell him that. And Giselle's like, yes, you did. And like I said earlier, they played the flashback where she did technically said that she wanted him to do her hair. But like I said, once again, don't know if she just said that just to be saying it or whatever. But, Karen still calling him to help and this, that, and the third, and she was like, you shouldn't invite somebody to somebody's house or whatever, like, and that says a lot about your character and blah blah blah. Sharice, she gets up and everything, and Karen, she's still sitting there arguing with Giselle, whatever, this, that, and the third. I was just over it. I was just like, I mean, whatever. Y'all both making a big deal out of situations that won't even that motherfucking serious. But like I said, you know, Giselle, the way you treating the old girl Ashley, it's the same way these bitches are treating you. So I mean, it is what it is. But I'm surprised. Ooh, this review was longer than the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys come back. Make sure you guys share this video. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow for Love and Hip Hop New York. Peace out.